Welcome back everyone to Punny Plays the Burglar, and we are back here at Doth to report on our findings.
These are troubling signs. I fear for the wizard.
Your news of Mithrandir and the lack of news concerning my friend Magor both fill me with anxiety, for we still do not know their fates. I thank you for it, but it could be that Magor at least may soon return to us. Desalwyn found something while you were away. Oh, and what was that?
We must stop Mazog before they unleash an evil we cannot counter.
Desalwyn found an elf stone, much like the ones I gave you earlier, by the cave mouth of Azanarukar, from which emanated a vile stench. You did not place this stone, Petronella. It must have been Magor then. But why would he have left the stone rather than return to the camp himself? I think the cave Magor found must be the source of the great evil Lady Galadriel sensed beneath Moria. If you can rescue Magor from its clutches, he may be able to tell us of his power. Gather your courage, friend. Whatever this new fell craft be, if it could best a great elf like Magor in combat, it must be dangerous indeed. So I will send a hobbit to take care of it. Wonderful.
With the absence of the Balrog, other powers less great, yet terrible still, have arisen in the dark places. Mazog has sent his orcs into the shadowy abyss to entreat or control these powers, though it may prove his undoing.
I'm just wondering whether or not coming in here will prove to be my undoing, right? Well, of course, I do have inspired greatness, which helps a great deal in situations like this. Just finish letting the morale tick its way up to... I think that's enough for this pull. Hello! Yeah, definitely enough for this pull. Oh, come on! How many times do I have to hit the button before it works? Now, where was I? Oh, yes, this guy here. You only have to hit it once. It just has to be hit properly, that's all. There you go. Now that's how to handle an interrupt. Yeah, that's right. Just make it so. They so dead that he can't just do anything he wants. Why worry about the interrupt if you could just kill him instead? Obvious solution to the whole thing. Now this guy's a little bit more resilient. Might be that elite hitter on him. No, I'm not going to be able to interrupt that other guy. Aha! Yeah, took care of that. Because I think he's one of those that if he gets that heal off, then anything you hit him with, it just heals him instead. Wonderful. The only heal reflect in the game. Oh, and this guy has the heal reflect too. Well then, let's keep that in mind as we do anything, and don't waste our addle because we are going to be needing it later. See? Like then. Good. That's two. Oh yeah, those orc berserkers are toughy. I think that takes care of this area here. Oh yes. The way down you always miss. Oh, orc berserker number 3. He is... Are all the orc berserkers healies? I thought they were random like the other orcs of that ilk. We'll find out in a moment because there are 2 more berserkers. Let's have to kill 5 of them. Yeah, that one never even started. Let's find our way. Maybe not that fast of a way down. No. I know. Burglar, I could probably survive it better than most other classes. maybe this wasn't the best way to enter this combat. Get rid of stupid totem. That totem is annoying. Of course, so are archers, but that's another matter. But he came to me! Aha! Stupid! I mean, really. Archery type. Well, he must have run out of arrows. I suppose that's possible. And that's what you do when you run out of arrows. You come to welcome to Asanaokar. There's much to be done. Why do we trust you? Why not talk here? I see. Simply put, your death approaches from behind. You will be safe with us. It's true. Others approach. And yeah, they would have said that even if I was being super sneaky. We're exposed. We need to go. So be it. Lead the way. Personally, I think they shouldn't be standing here this long to have this conversation, considering that if it weren't for the invisible barriers, we would be able to just follow them in. But there are invisible barriers. So that point is a little bit on the moot side. But we need time for drama. Right? Right. Now, let's see. Not that I have much liking of trolls, but I definitely don't like these nameless either. But there are ways to deal with them. There are... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to finish the nameless Slayer deed. I guess I should really check the various Slayer deeds in Moria to see which ones of those grant virtues that I can use. I didn't think about that. I really should look at that. It would be funny if I said, oh, this would be a great virtue for me to equip if I get just one more point on it. And which one should I drop? How about the one that I just spent so much trouble in the Foundations of Stone to get? Maybe I should have checked that one, make sure I didn't want to replace it before doing all those stupid Foundations of Stone quests. Well, they're done now, so I think it's moot. And I think I've got more of these stupid nameless things. Now, let's see. So therefore, we should call them Gunine, right? Yeah. Yeah. We named the Gunine without name. I assume though that that is in... I don't know what language Gunine is in. Is that in... I'm gonna have to look that up. I mean, is it in a special tongue of the Agrim, a cultural tongue? Is it in the Black speech? Okay, I hear it Elvish. An Elvish sound in there, which obviously means there's an elf that needs to be rescued. Or is it could be in the Black speech, could Elvish speech, you know, all sorts of different languages it can be in. But I didn't mean to get the ire of the entire area. Good grief. I think that's the most I've ever managed to get in one shot in doing this. What I do is, it's almost like those times when you do Trouble in Tuckborough and one stray arrow brings the entire courtyard on your back. That's what I felt like I did here. Because normally... Oh, will you quit that? Good grief. Good devil. And actually, that might not have been all that bright of an idea, because now I have other things here that I wasn't accounting for, such as Shadow Grims. Now, I think I read somewhere that burglars are supposed to be stealthy, right? You know, it's a rumor I heard somewhere. Well, this is not, in my opinion, the definition of stealth. Whew. Is that everything, or do we have more? Of course, we've got the... Looks like I wound up finding everything except for the Shadow Twins over here. Well then, at least I know now we won't be interrupted any, right? Right. That time I was slightly more subtle than last time. Only slightly. Not by a whole lot, but a little bit. Instead of being as stealthy as an elephant, I was instead as stealthy as a warhorse. That's something that's not very stealthy. Obviously not as stealthy as a goat. Goats can be pretty stealthy at times. Ooh, why do the Rogmo take all the orcs away? Because it's time to kill you, that's why. Yeah, this is another Healy type. There you go. That one's done. And how's this one? This is... Oh! A non-Healy type Berserker! Wow! What are the chances of that? Well, apparently today 1 in 4, but or 1 in 5. I guess it's probably more accurate than that. I think literally the odds are even odds, but obviously the dice are loaded against me in that matter. So I suppose it hasn't gone in a bad way for me, and that before now it really didn't matter which one they were. Having 2 of those consecutively in the same pool, though, would be bad if you have a cooldown on your interrupt skill. Though there's always doing something like exploit opening or something like that. Hello. Back!
This is not possible.
You will never defile me with your... Oh, they're gone. Ah, I'm so relieved. I thought for certain I would become like them, a monstrosity. They came upon me unaware, surrounding me and taking me captive. One hears rumors of such twisted fates, but now I have seen the wicked pool of filth that corrupts the very depths of this place. I saw it with my own eyes. I will give you a moment to collect your thoughts, and then you will follow me. We will crush these monsters before they can corrupt aught else beyond the wicked place. This will be a great task. I can only imagine what horrors we will face as we penetrate the area. Hurry! Gather your wits and make ready. Alright, let's go. Yes! Let's take care of this. Let's rid this place of orcs. Let's rid this place of Globznava. Let's rid this place of those crazy twin guys, because I don't know if... Speaking of Rogmo, here's one right here. Because the Rogmo are a nameless with a name. They're not Gunine. They are named apparently. They're named nameless. Is their name nameless to be called a mercy then? Whatever. I still haven't figured out what language D9 would be in. How about the Hillman language? So the Agrim... Oh no! That's right. Let's see. That's right. Gunine wasn't an Agrim. Shh. Right? She's from the Hill Tribes. Oh, duh! Of course. She's from the Hill Tribes, so therefore it would be in the Hillman language. Okay, got it. Mystery solved. I forgot what group she belonged to. Hey, there you go. Now you see the troll. Alright, there you go. Let's go ahead. Maybe it would have been a good idea to start the battle in stealth, but I didn't think about that. What's the cooldown on hips? 7 minutes. Not like I'm going to use that all that often. What happens if I use this? It does reset his momentum. Good to know. I think a reasonable use of that skill, especially since I don't use it all that often, and it only has a 2-minute cooldown. You would think I would use it more often. Oh, let's Mr. Fire Rogmole here. Now, what is this? 2 minutes. Why am I not using a skill like that? I could use that once per combat probably, and it could be reasonable, and it's not a bad interrupt. Actually, it's a pretty good interrupt since it includes a stun with it. Not a very long stun, but a reasonable stun, especially in a group in need of a fellowship maneuver. I wonder if fellowship maneuvers, they might make a comeback on the legendary servers, because fellowship maneuvers, one of the complaints they had is that once you hit level 50, they start around level 50 or 60, somewhere around, I don't know the exact level. They start to scale very poorly. So if they're working up to level 50, then that means they'll work on the legendary servers. And I'm pretty sure they work up to at least level 50 because they were designed originally for that level range. We must be careful here. Something stirs below. Besides, once they do start to fall off kilter on their scaling, once they get off kilter, I think they slowly drift off of from being good to being suboptimal to today's level of being, well, useless, unless I don't know how useful summoning an Oathbreaker would be, but I think most people say, well, yeah, you might get a little bit something out of it, but you'll get more if you just keep on fighting. I don't really know the numbers all that well. Others have done all the crunching for that. Oopsie daisy. Hello, Gloves Naga. Well, whenever I hear the word Naga, I think of it as in the snake people that you have in some cultures. I assume coming from places like India or something like that. Sounds like inappropriate culture. So I don't think I've heard of it. I was going to say I haven't heard of many Indian myths enough in order to know how likely that is. Something terrible remains here, none should dwell. I must go help. Be careful as you go deep by myself. By myself. As for Naga is Sanskrit. Yeah, that's what I thought was Indian. Yeah, Sanskrit. Oh boy. Yeah, I get to fight the Rogmole twins. Mark II. Hello, Flame Drinker. Well, at least we're getting near the end. Yeah, I get rid of that fear. Here comes the other Gloom Walker. Flame Drinker. Together you can become Fire Walker, right? Fire Walker. Go through the flaming deeps and walk on fire. Then you won't have to worry about all this evil stuff and all that stuff. Just walk on the fire, become fire elementals. And I don't mean like evil, grim type fire elementals that you run into all the time. You can be nice fire elementals that help the dwarves and their smithing and all that stuff. How about that? turn on a new leaf and stop this evil nonsense, right? You're not buying this. Alright. I'm not very good. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm taking damage like crazy, aren't I? Yeah, I know, I'm silenced and I'm still talking, right? Yeah. Well, this... Yeah, is there any way to recover? Apparently I just did, so I must have done something unconsciously. Or subconsciously might be a better word, considering that unconscious is not a state I want to be in right now. I have to take that into account. Oh, maybe one of my gambler buffs helped to heal me some. That's it. Problem is that they're called gambles because you have little control over what goes on in them, I think. Alright, good. Take good care of Flame Drinker. That's one down. Now let's take care of Boomwalker. Well, I guess if one of them became Flame Walker, the other one would have to become Gloom Drinker, and I don't know what would happen if you started drinking gloom. It might make you feel depressing, I guess. Oh, so depressing. Let's get out of here. And let's find the next room. Though I think I'm going to need to get my morale. Why is my morale just not improving? Hey. Shows you how useful cram is. Tell you how long it's taking me in order to get that. Well, by the time the combat starts, I should be at full, right? Because this takes half past forever for this guy to get started. Hello? Now, can I survive this guy, I wonder? Watch our flanks! If it attacks, we must be ready! What's happening? Help us! Why did he bring us here? Run for your life! Run away, run away, run away! Well... Well, he's not particularly nice. He's not nice at all. Ouch! Let's try to get this right. I certainly don't want to go through this all over again. Yeah, I'm getting all these nice crits, it sounds like. Must be help from this. I am inspired to do critical stuff. That's right. I'm not taking any damage. That's rather strange. I mean, considering how much the Gloom Flame Twins gave me, you would think I'd be taking a little bit more, especially with all these ads all over the place. This guy's going down like... Well... I'm not too sure what it's going down like, but... I'm sorry, I'm out of similes today. I used up all my similes for the day. Oh, elves! Yep. Just like the cavalry after arriving after the battle. Alright. Hello there! Let us leave this place, Petronella. We have been too long in the presence of evil, and my heart longs for relief from the dread of it. Well, I can't disagree with that. We have dealt with the evil deep in the bowels of the earth. What will happen next? We'll see that in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays the Burglar.